But if the unfortunate happens, you'll be glad you were wearing diamond gussets.
There's a place down in Tennessee where they make blue diamond gusset jeans. They so pride in every stitch, guarantee you love the way they fit. They put a diamond gusset in the crotch where you need it most. Blue diamond gussets got it, others don't.
We turn jeans inside out. Diamond gusset jeans. Made in the USA with unparalleled quality. Our Defender motorcycle jeans combine gusset comfort with Kevlar protection, so you can ride all day with confidence. Order yours at gusset.com. Diamond gusset jeans got it. Others don't.
This is Alex Jones with 5 good reasons you should consider buying a solar power generator. Number 1, new climate legislation could easily double or triple your electric bill. Number 2, our new energy czar wants to control how much power your electric company allows you to have. It's true. Total government control of electricity in the name of smart grid technology is coming. Number 3, in some areas of the country, the power grid is dangerously overloaded. And now new socialist legislation is only compounding the problem. Number 4, dangerous weather is always a threat to local grids. Every year, thousands of families lose their power from weather-related outages. Number 5, a solar power generator provides powerful backup insurance and peace of mind. Folks, I really believe in the solar power generators offered by Solutions from Science, one of my oldest sponsors. You can get more information at www.mysolarbackup.com. That's mysolarbackup.com. Remember, the government doesn't own the sun, so go to mysolarbackup.com or call 1-877-327-0365. Hello, friends. This is Alex Jones. You've heard me talk about Cal-Ben 5-star soaps for years. This is an American-made product of the highest quality and compares to nothing you will find in stores. You can buy factory direct, shipped via UPS right to your door. Check them out on the web at 5starsoap.com or call 800-340-7091. Take my word for it. Once you've used pure soap, you won't buy anything else. Since 1947, Cal-Ben Soap Company has been showing consumers that soap can be tough on dirt and gentle on the environment. Buy American and stay clean, as well as support Infowars. Visit 5starsoap.com today or call 1-800-340-7091. Well, Marty, what do you have to say?
As founder and owner for over 63 years, satisfaction is guaranteed or double your dirt back. Call us at 1-800-340-7091 for a free catalog or visit our website, 5starsoap.com. Thank you.
We now take you live
to the Central Texas Command Center
in the heart of the resistance. You're listening to The Alex Jones Show.
Yes, the film, What in the World Are They Spraying, I think is going to be a very important film, and it's going to shock a lot of people.
It's interesting, Dale and Christina, this is of interest not just in this country, but European countries and frankly all over the world. A lot of folks interested in it.
Well, Dave, you mentioned that climatologists and others who study the atmosphere believe that they'd be able to surely spot any kind of signs of an ominous plot.
Scientists gathered at the American Association for the Advancement of Science meeting in San Diego to discuss the plausibility of implementing various geoengineering campaigns throughout the world, all under the guise that the Earth has a man-made global warming problem that can, in part, be solved by spraying aerosol, aluminum, and other particles into the sky to block the sun. When these scientists were asked about existing aerosol programs, they stated that no such programs have been implemented to date. This contradicts the claims of many who state that worldwide aerosol programs have already been started.
They are spraying something. I think everyone's innate intelligence tells them what they see in the sky, those crisscrossing and these white trails that go to horizon, that's not just ice crystals forming at the back end of a jet engine. Those ice crystals are absorbed into the atmosphere very soon. You can see them trailing along right behind an airplane as it flies across the sky. There's a little trail of white smoke, and it just follows the plane and disappears. That's totally different from these billowing fumes of smoke that go from horizon to horizon and spread out, and by the mid-afternoon the sky is milky white. It's a result of a relatively new industry springing up called geo-engineering. There's a group of scientists and political figures and corporations who are planning to make a great deal of money in changing the nature of our planet.
It is called geo-engineering, fighting global warming by putting a chemical dust in the atmosphere and reflecting harmful radiation back into space.
We take geoengineering to mean deliberate, large-scale intervention in the Earth system.
There are a variety of schemes that have been discussed for geoengineering. A classic example is injecting reflecting particles into Earth orbit.
And they say that it's just in the talking stage right now. They say we're talking about spraying aluminum and barium into the atmosphere. And they say we need to do studies to see if there are toxic effects and so forth. And they're saying all the right things as though they're deliberating it. But the evidence is abundant now that this has been going on for over a decade. It's been going on. It's going on right now as we speak.
Believe it or not, military aircraft flying through the region is dropping chaff. Small bits of aluminum, sometimes it's made of plastic or even italicized paper products, but it's used as an anti-radar issue, and obviously they're up there practicing. Now, they won't confirm that, but I was in the Marine Corps for many years, and I'll tell you right now, that's what it is.
This is inevitably military or something going on. The government, the Air Force, you see this kind of a pattern like this, you can rest assured there's something going on. They're actually little bitty magnetic and little bitty strips of, whether it's aluminum.
We now know what they're spraying. We can identify it. There have been many laboratory tests taken of not only the soil and the water, but from the rainwater and from the snow. Now, this comes from the sky. You can't say it came up out of the ground. And these tests have been taken from atmosphere and rainwater and snow in areas that are hundreds of miles away from industrial centers. So you can't say it's being blown there from a smokestack or something like that. And what they're finding is an alarming high level of toxic substances. On Mount Shasta, for example, you should find no aluminum whatsoever in snow up there because it came from the sky. It's 60 times higher on the snow on Mount Shasta. Extremely toxic. Hikers are drinking that stuff. They're going to kill themselves or they lose their minds or something like that. And we find this all over, not just in Mount Shasta. We found high levels in beautiful islands of Hawaii where they've been spraying a lot. And you take the samples out of the rainwater. This stuff is coming from the sky. But to make matters even worse, they're lying to us about it. And that's the message in our film, What in the World Are They Spraying? I'm G. Edward Griffin. I'm one of the producers of the video, What in the World Are They Spraying? In my view, it's one of the most important documentaries you're going to see, perhaps in your lifetime. Order it now. It'll be delivered on October 22nd, but get your copy now so you'll be one of the first ones to have it.
This film, What in the World Are They Spraying, goes a long way towards waking the people up. So I salute the filmmakers, and I ask all of you to get involved today and to make sure that everyone in your circle understands just how deep this globalist program is. The film is What in the World Are They Spraying? Pre-order it now and see it first on DVD at Infowars.com. Ladies and gentlemen, we are live, and you just saw the new 5.5-minute trailer that we shot last week with G. Edward Griffin in Southern California. It's up on Infowars.com and PrisonPlanet.com. If you want to go see it, if you're a radio listener, you can find that. The video is titled G. Edward Griffin Talks About New Chemtrail Film. It's also at the Alex Jones channel on YouTube. And if you want to pre-order it, it's going to be shipping out on or right after the 22nd of October. It's completed. It's now going into the manufacturing process. I've seen the final of it. Very, very powerful film because it's the first film post-disclosure. They haven't disclosed it fully, but they go, yeah, we've been doing some testing. We want to do more testing. But we know it's a huge secret global program. There was a Nobel Prize handed out in the early 90s for the idea. The White House science czar, John P. Holdren, talks about it. They're going to save us from global warming by spraying aluminum dioxide and barium salts that are very toxic on the population. And, of course, G. Edward Griffin is a writer and documentary filmmaker, and he really needs no introduction. And, of course, he's in our film, Fall of the Republic. He's also in the film I produced, Invisible Empire. And these films are very well done. They're very well documented, and they're waking people up. Yes, you know all about this, most of you, but your friends and family don't. And so you can give them What in the World Are They Spraying? And it's going to be shipped out in the order that they're received. But it usually just takes us a few days to ship out all the pre-orders once we can officially release it. What in the World Are They Spraying? Available at Infowars.com or by calling toll-free 888-253-3139. You can also write to us, and by the time we get your order in the mail, it should be about time to ship it out to you, at P.O. Box 19549, Austin, Texas, 78760. Again, P.O. Box 19549, Austin, Texas, 78760, or 888-253-3139. But the easiest way to get it is the online video bookstore at Infowars.com. And we're going to add today some combos where you can get the video and get some of my films discounted while you're at it. Makes a great Christmas gift. But the fact is, the main mission here is to expose this global secret program, and several of the big facets are covered in G. Edward Griffin's film. You know, we even sent camera people to some of the same government meetings that are actually in this film where they're admitting that they want to do this and are looking at it. But we have all the declassifications. We have the patents where they can mix it with the jet fuel, where they've been already testing it. They call this giant global program testing. But some countries don't have it, some do. Any country basically dominated by the Anglo-American establishment has chemtrailing going on all the time. And it's weather modification, but it's more than that. And I was excited to see that they were making a film, because my film that covers chemtrails partially in my years of research, we're working on 2 years, won't be out till next year. So we don't have time. Who knows where we'll be next year? This is a great film. Order What in the World Are They Spraying at Infowars.com and get it first. Also, there's going to be an event where they're going to premiere it on the 22nd out in Atlanta, Georgia, and we'll also tell you about that as well. But going to G. Edward Griffin. G. Edward, it's good to have you here with us, and I'm glad that you're in this film and have put your name behind it and are producing it, because this is vital information.
Well, thanks, Alex. I'm glad to be here. And turning that around, I'm delighted that you've got such an intense interest and knowledge on this, because you're the kind of a guy with the credibility and the following that can really put this over. So thanks for doing that.
Oh, you bet. Tell us how when you started researching aerosol spray, weather modification, persistent jet contrails as they're known, and about this film.
Well, I kind of backed into this, Alex, as you probably remember. I've always had a strong interest in the topic, but I've never had the time to dig into it myself and do some really original, independent research. I've always depended on the research of others, and still it's pretty much that way, but I wished I had had time, but I was so tied up with issues relating to the Federal Reserve System and alternative health issues and so forth, the items in which I've worked mostly in the past. I just didn't have time to go any further into this chemtrail issue. I had strong feelings, I had enough information, but I knew that it wasn't these simple vapor trails, it wasn't just contrails, as they say. But anyway, beyond that, I wasn't really prepared to offer myself as any kind of an authority. Well, it turns out that there were a couple of young filmmakers, Paul Wittenberg and Michael Murphy, that decided they were going to do a video investigation of chemtrails. So, as luck would have it, they called me and asked if I had an opinion on it, and if so, would I mind making a statement for their cameras. I said, well, sure, I've got an opinion on it, so come on over. So that's how I met these fellows. So I gave them my little statement on camera, and then they put it up on the Internet, and, well, there was such a strong response, and we discovered that there are people all over the world that are equally concerned and just dying for real information. So anyway, to make a long story short, Paul and Mike and I decided to pool our resources. I decided that if I could go on and try and provide some funding and ask for donations to get this film done, give them the money to complete it, that then they could run with it.
Well, so they went to Hawaii, they went to Europe, they went all over the U.S.
Yeah, right.
Just amazing. And then since I announced, a year ago or so, send us footage of chemtrails, I've gotten them from Australia, Spain, Russia, Mexico. I mean, time lapse of just blue sky, and then it's just turned into pure trails that hours later are still there. That's not ice